This is Between Hook Sets. I'm Jason Walter from In Through the Outdoors with my partner in slime, Kurt Underhill from the Fishing Crew. Hey.
What is up, buddy?
Not a whole heck of a lot. I didn't blow away today, although I thought I was gonna.
It's pretty windy over in the eastern part of the state. I was down there for the last couple of days in Sioux Falls for work, and it was a pretty windy place over that way. So it's not so bad out here in Pierre, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, honestly, we started out with a big old gray day, and I was in the mood for a gray, windy day. I've had enough of the heat, and I don't want to say that I've had enough of the calm weather because I heard the crappie were biting on Thompson, and had it not been windy, I'd have been over there trying to catch some crappie, but it didn't happen today. So it's the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it did. Yep. It's always windy when it's a nice calm when we're working and then windy when we're not, right?
Yeah, it's so true. It is. Well, we should introduce our guest here. Kind of excited. I'm not going to say Trent was last minute because I don't want him to feel that he was last minute, but we had a Casino Cup winner. Actually, the team, we're kind of we're hoping they would join us, and they couldn't do it. So they're going to join us next week, which is great, which is perfect, because we really need to have Trent on anyway for a number of reasons. Number one, he's a great friend. Number two, he is always at your events. He is traveling all over the countryside, raising money for Retrieving Freedom, and it's great to have him here. Trent, happy to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here.
Well, you're in the pickup. Does that mean you're out scouting for something, or was that just a quiet spot?
Well, it's a quiet spot, but we're getting ready for our Iowa teal opener in the morning. So we're going to be camping out at the boat ramp, getting ready to hopefully bag a few teal in the morning and hang out and have a good time.
I love it. So I'm guessing blue wing teal and green wing teal run into any cinnamon down there at all?
No, I've heard of a couple in my, of people seeing cinnamon teal, but no. We'll probably be seeing mostly blue wing teal, maybe a green wing, but those usually come later in the year. So
no, that's all right. The blue wing, any of the teal, they're just a fast little bird and they're fun to shoot at.
Oh, they're a lot of fun, and I tell you what, they're a really good eating bird too. So
do you set up decoys and go through that whole thing? How are you going to do it out there?
Yeah, we'll set up. We'll put out a couple dozen decoys and put the blinds up. We got a couple boats going out. We'll set the blinds up on the boat, put out a few decoys, maybe a couple spinning wing decoys, and hopefully they come in, and hopefully we're where they want to be, and hopefully we have some good luck. And if not, we'll have a few laughs and have a good time.
I think you missed a part of him saying camping out at the boat ramp.
Oh, no.
I understand, you literally are going to sleep in the boats tonight so you can be in the water?
Well, we can leave shore at midnight, and we will leave shore at midnight.
Oh, wow.
And go put the boats in the hole and hang out and have a good time.
Okay, so I did miss that part. I thought maybe you were camping on shore in, like the team lodge or something, and then going out in the morning. So, all right, well, that's a whole different story then.
We're probably going to leave about midnight, go get our spot, and maybe catch a couple Z's in the boat, but sit there and BS and have a good time.
So half hour before sunrise?
Sunrise for
sunrise.
teal.
Okay.
So are you at the boat ramp right now? Did you pull in?
Yes, I pulled in. I am parked at the boat ramp.
How many other vehicles are sitting there waiting like this?
0.
Really? You've got it to yourself so far then?
So far.
Okay.
So far.
Well, that's good. That's fantastic.
We want an update throughout at how many boats put in at midnight. I need to know that, other than your 2 boats.
We'll update you next time, but there might be another 1 or 2.
I've done some crazy things to hunt and fish. I don't know if I've ever been to a boat ramp at 7 p.m. at night waiting to put in at midnight to hunt the next morning. And I can't say that's on my list of I've done that.
Well, You know, when you love duck hunting as much as I do, you do some pretty crazy things.
I think that's pretty cool. You know, Kurt's going to do something of his own. He's going to be up late on Saturday night, is it? You got the Midnight Rendezvous. Tell people about that, because that's actually a really neat tournament.
So that's a tournament we've done for, it started, Bob Stolley started it years ago, and it kind of helped, when I got here, I started helping him with it. And then 2011 hit, we had a good year. 2012, we had a good year. 2013, the fishing, like everybody knows, went to crap on Lake Oahe. So we kind of quit it. And then I think 15, 16, I decided to bring it back, called Bob and said, "You interested in doing it?" And he said, "Nope, it's yours, run it." So how it's designed is you take off at 6:30 at night, and we weigh in at 1 a.m. It's as many people on your team as you want. You weigh your best 3 fish. Your best 3 walleyes is all you're weighing in. So we want to see the absolute donkeys out of this lake, is kind of the idea behind it. 2012 was the best year I can remember ever doing it. 3 walleyes was over 34 pounds to win. So it'll be upwards of, I'm guessing, usually it's around that 20-pound mark, in that area, that 20 plus pounds to win this tournament. So it's pretty fun. It's not for everybody, because you're out there in the pitch black. We take my pontoon, we light it up, and there's lights everywhere. Trent, you were with us on the team last year, weren't you?
Sure was.
Yeah, Trent fished last year with us. I run a planer board mass. For people that don't know that, a lot of people don't understand that around here, what a planer board mass is. My planer boards are fixed on a string, and my planer boards are probably roughly 2 foot long. So they're fixed on a string. Yeah, I mean, they're big. They're giant boards. They're, a foot tall. And they're fixed on a string off front of my boat. And then we hook the lines to the line. And then when the fish hits, the line releases and goes to the back of the boat. So when I put my lines out there on my boat, I'm 200 foot wide. I'm 100 foot on each side of the boat.
Wow. You're not making any hairpin turns then.
No. But we got the combine out running down the river. So it's a lot of fun. I've taken my nephew out there. My nephew got a proud angler. It's on the wall from doing the tournament in the past. So you get to see some good fish, and it's really fun to do. And this year it looks like it's going to be great weather. A little hot to start tonight, but we've dealt with some wind the last couple of years. And as of right now, the forecast seems to be no wind. Or little to no wind, so which will be awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's wonderful. Trent, I want to test Kurt real quick. I want to see if he can point directly at our Between Hook Sets logo without screwing it up and doing it the wrong direction. It's not.
I've got my camera mirrored now, buddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's really hard to point. You go in that. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're just always pointing in the wrong direction. So let's go to Trent and the traveling that he does. You are addressing a crowd here, and I think you've done a lot of the Delta waterfowl banquets, and that was probably one of them. Tell us about the trips and the traveling and all the speaking you do.
Gosh, where do I even start? I've been doing 30 or so Delta waterfowl banquets each year for the past 4 going on 5 years now. So approximately in the last 4 years, I've done 120 Delta waterfowl banquets exclusively, and then I do a lot of other speaking engagements also. Last weekend I was in Colfax, Louisiana, and 2 weeks before that I was in Bismarck, North Dakota. So I go all the way north, south, east, west. Doesn't matter. If there's a speaking engagement to talk about retrieving freedom, I'm there. So it's a great opportunity to share my story and spread the message of what we're doing at Retrieving Freedom, and help raise funds so that we can continue our mission and helping clients in need.
And the biggest thing is to change lives with service dogs for people with autism and more. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so our mission at Retrieving Freedom is to change lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism. Um, we're a nonprofit. We provide that service to our clients at no cost. So we currently operate 2 facilities, Sedalia, Missouri, and Waverly, Iowa. And we get clients from all over the country coming to us for service dogs. We're accredited with Assistance Dogs International. They're kind of the global governing body of service dog organizations. And I mean, we're a rapidly growing organization. So we've got, I think, over 100 service dogs in training from the age of 8 weeks to about 2 years old. They go through about 2 years of training before being placed with a client. And we just had a litter of puppies. We had 8 puppies this week. So that's out of our own breeding program.
That is fantastic. And of course, you've got a dog, Tracer, who saved your life. Give us that story too.
Yeah. So Tracer here, he's kind of gearing up for the morning, you know. But I got involved back in 2006, 15, the end of 15. I was medically retired due to PTSD, and then I lost my second friend to suicide in about a year and a half on Halloween of that year. And I didn't know what to do or where to go. And I knew when I looked in the mirror, if I didn't do something and didn't do something quick, that's the path I was going down. And I had heard about Retrieving Freedom and decided to stop by and learn what service dogs could do for somebody who, for the most part, is physically capable but struggles mentally and emotionally with depression, anxiety, panic attacks, nightmares, and PTSD. And I wound up applying for a service dog reluctantly, but I met Tracer a few weeks later, and I mean, it was an instant change. I mean, it gave me some hope and just some light at the end of the tunnel. So I wound up kind of struggling again. A few months later, I lost another friend to a horrible accident in March of 2016. And, you know, I just struggled so much going into public, communicating with people. And I became too disabled to work both physically and mentally. Couldn't get ahead. And I lost another friend in May of 2017. And by July of 2017, I felt like I was a burden to myself and everyone around me, including my son. And I was ready to take my own life. And I remember driving down the road, contemplating letting go of the wheel of my truck when Tracer jumped up on the center console of my truck, started licking my face, sat down, put his paw in my hand. And when I looked over at him, he looked at me and stared me right in the eye and told me I needed to get help. And that was a turning point. I was able to pull over, make a phone call to the VA Medical Center in St. Cloud, and attend a treatment program for about 4 months. And I've just been able to overcome so many obstacles with Tracer. You know, like I said, I wasn't able to talk to anybody, go to the gas station, the grocery store. And since then, I've been able to get more involved in my son's life, go to his school functions, sporting events, obviously communicate with people, and now travel the country, raising awareness to what these service dogs can do for veterans and children with autism, and raise funds so that we can continue our mission and providing this service at no cost to our clients. And it's just what Tracer's been able to do to me, for me, and the doors that it's opened for me is just incredible.
Yeah, it is amazing. We can't stop there. We've got to at least tell people how they can be a part of it or how they can contribute as well.
Yeah. For more information, feel free to contact me. My email address is Trent, Trent, at retrievingfreedom.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram at Retrieving Freedom Inc. or RFI Service Dogs. And you can visit our website at retrievingfreedom.org.
All right, fantastic. Well, you talked about having puppies, but you're adding to the family there too.
I am. Gosh, you guys are bringing out all the surprises.
Hey, you're not going to leave any stone unturned here.
No. Yeah. So my wife and I are expecting a young baby boy at the end of January 28th. We're expecting. So we couldn't be more thrilled.
Yeah, that's super excited. And it looks like Tracer's pretty excited too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
Trent, you don't only have a service dog that goes with you every day to do all the things you need to do, but I've hunted with that dog. And if you want to talk about something that's incredible, is watching Trent. Trent put a lot of you go into what you did with Tracer and why Tracer. I mean, service dogs are not necessarily a hunting dog, or you go into that a bit.
Yeah. So really quick, service dog is trained to go assist somebody in public and mitigate a disability. I took that one step further. Tracer needed to pick objects up for me. I've got a really bad back and knees and stuff like that, and sometimes I'm not able to bend over and pick something up. So I was asked by our founder if I was interested in hunting and teaching Tracer how to retrieve objects. And one thing led to another. I started walking him through the process of retrieving items and found a lot of enjoyment in teaching him something like that. And he had a great desire to retrieve. And I wound up working part-time for a field trial pro for, on and off for about 4 years. I worked with him, training Tracer to retrieve, working on setups, and took him on my first duck hunt, and Tracer's first duck hunt back in 2016, which led to where I'm at today, sleeping at a boat ramp or camping out in boats for the teal opener.
The gateway drug.
Yeah. Tracer and I have traveled the country duck hunting, and it's a passion of ours. So he not only assists me in public, doing my daily tasks, going wherever, but we like to spend time, our spare time, what little we have, out in the field, chasing ducks and geese and just enjoying quality time together.
Fantastic. I gotta ask, do you use a teal call?
I personally don't. Some guys do. I don't even know if I own one. I just try to get lucky.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I hope you guys get lucky. I hope you smack them and have a absolutely fantastic morning shooting ducks. I hope you have a good time. You're obviously going to have a blast in the boat.
Oh, it's going to be great.
You got the big full moon, so you've got this big blue moon that's going to keep things lit up pretty good.
It's going to be gorgeous out tonight. I think we're going to be in the mid 60s. Hopefully the skeeters aren't too bad, but we're going to have a beautiful moon, beautiful weather, and great company. And what more can you ask for?
I bet you're going to see some pretty cool teal buzzing you in the moonlight.
That would be all right with me. That'd be pretty all right.
I think it'd be fantastic. Well, it's been great to have you. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. Thank you for everything that you do, that you've done, and that you're going to continue to do. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. We'll see ya.
See ya.